baby. Okay. What's your name, honey? Can you push that? Have you been here before?
No.
Have you been here before? Okay.
DC, Washington, DC. 42.
DC in the building. How old are you? 42.
I'm an author and a songwriter.
Excuse me, author and songwriter. You have any children?
I have 5.
How many kids, Miracle? 5. All right, we have a lag, so just wait 5 seconds before you answer the question. So this is Miracle, DC, 42, author, songwriter, 5 kids. How old are your kids? Wait 5 seconds.
My oldest is 30 years old. I have a set of twins that's 15, but one was stolen at birth out of the hospital. I'm still fighting to get him back. I have a 10-year-old. He's artistic. I have a 3-year-old who's a princess.
Okay. Are they all by the same man? Wait 5 seconds.
No.
How many men?
Oldest daughter has her father. The boys, all 3 boys had the same father. My baby princess have her own father. Yes.
So, 3 men. Why not with the 3-year-old dad? Wait 5 seconds.
It's kind of complicated. It's hard.
Okay. Do you want to deep dive about your twins? Because you said one was stolen at the hospital?
Yes. Actually, I've been fighting for 15 years.
Today we have Miracle. And this is probably going to be the greatest trauma dump that Kendra ever hosted on the show. Miracle got some accusations that I don't know. This is just so crazy. You know, we're going to let y'all decide if y'all think it's true. We're going to give our opinions, of course, but it's a lot of mixed opinions on what Miracle gonna say. But anyways, we're gonna cover the allegations. She is here to look for a man, but none of that really matter when we get into these allegations. But let's just kind of go over her stats real quick. She's 42 and she got a 30-year-old. Let's just hone in on that. She was 12 when she had the child. 5 kids. One of the twins was stolen at birth. 3 baby daddies. So she about to explain what happened with the twin that was stolen at birth, allegedly.
Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves.
Author, I wrote a book. My book been out for 10 years. Basically, I was told that I was never pregnant and I couldn't have kids due to a traumatic incident that happened to me in foster care. And I had a fiance back then. She was a woman because I'm bisexual. She was a woman. We were together for 6.5 years and we planned on wanting a baby. We wanted a baby, basically. She was a nurse and she's supposed to carry the baby. So we agreed to some adult activity. And during that activity, I was the one who God blessed with twins, with getting pregnant. After I was told all my life I couldn't have any more kids. So I got called in on my day off to stadium in Southwest DC to cook for him because I'm a cook also, Kendra. So I was sick. I still went in to cook for the Pope. I was all over the news. I got very sick and I collapsed after the Pope came and introduced himself to me. He said that my food was exquisite and that he would want me to own a restaurant one day. And he said, I told him I was poor. He said, don't worry, you'll be rich. And I collapsed right there in front of him. When I woke up, he was still standing there and the news was there. And they asked me, was I okay? And I told him no. I told the Pope that it felt like I was dying. And I've been like this for a couple of months and I was refused medical treatment. So all this time I was carrying twins and I had toxemia, which is where you have a lot of fluid in your body and you swell up and it attacks the baby and kills it. And then it attacks you also. So I was getting no medical treatment, so it's no paper trail of me being pregnant. So when I was rushed by,
Let's just quickly go through this because she has said a lot. It's a lot. Now, she was cooking for the Pope. Now, we fact checked. The Pope did show up on the date. The date that she's going to give is April 17, 2008, I believe. The Pope did show up in D.C.
The greater D.C. area. He was there.
He was there.
That. Mm-hmm.
And so now this, I just want y'all to keep in mind, this story is from like 3 years ago, but it's one of the greatest trauma dumps of all time. Tasha K did call this lady. Now, if y'all want us to cover that, let us know. But this is going to be a whole series. Tasha K called this lady, and what this lady didn't tell Kendra here is that she was on PCP during this time. So I want y'all to add that piece of information as y'all watch get the story. She was on PCP.
ambulance. Oh, I got fired on my day off too, like the movie Friday. After being on the news with the Pope, I got fired for kept going to the bathroom, not knowing that I was in labor. And on the way,
how many months pregnant was you at the time?
I was actually, the paperwork that I have states 10 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days pregnant.
So you were 10 months pregnant, and the whole 10 months you had no idea you were pregnant?
I really had no movement, Kendra. It's like my body.
So you were gaining weight?
No, because I was sick from having a thyroid problem. I had a thyroid problem all my life. So, and the birth control, the foster care people put me on, it messed with my body. So my body was like in and out as a child. So
I want to understand. So you're saying you were pregnant with twins for 10 months. In that whole 10 months, you had no idea you was pregnant.
I kept feeling pain. And my first pregnancy, I was a little girl. So
no, Miracle, I'm asking you a clear question.
I didn't feel anything, no movement, no nothing.
I'm gonna ask you the question again. I want you to answer the question yes or no. Are you telling me you was pregnant with twins for 10 months, and the entire 10 months you had no idea you was pregnant?
I had no idea I was pregnant. I just kept feeling pain, and I kept going to my primary care doctor. And the test was negative.
So your primary care doctor did not tell you was pregnant?
The test was negative. They just kept giving me a negative test. Just kept saying I was negative. And they kept telling me I couldn't have kids due to an incident that happened.
And this is why you were actually pregnant with twins?
Exactly, yes.
Did you sue the doctor's office?
I have been denied the lawyer, Kendra. I've been fighting for 15 years.
No. Did you sue the doctor's office that you went to the doctor's office and you were pregnant with twins and they told you wasn't pregnant at all? I did not
get a chance to sue. I've been trying to sue, and the statute of limitation has passed now for the medical malpractice.
Why didn't you sue them after you had your children? Like right after you had the kids, you should have sued them then.
And that's what I was trying to do, but no lawyer would take my case, and I just kept being beaten and actually raped and put away against my will.
Ma'am, you can't just say something like that. That's heavy.
Whoa.
Can
they deny you counsel? Can anybody deny you counsel? I mean, besides the counselor, the lawyer, if you
ain't got the money to pay, then
right. I mean, somebody can't say you can't get a lawyer. Like,
no, you have the right to attorney.
Come on now.
But if you can't pay, then nah, ma'am.
She was raped and put away. So said she couldn't pursue legal action against her stolen, abducted twin. And you carried 2 healthy twins to 10 months. You was over pregnant, right? And you didn't gain. There was no signs, nothing. You went through the care. You cared throughout your pregnancy, and they couldn't find out that you were pregnant. Not care throughout your pregnancy because you didn't know you were pregnant. But you went to the doctor, and they couldn't determine that you were pregnant. You're getting false positives with with twins, supposed to be healthy, for 10 months. I don't know about that. I'm not a doctor, and I never played one on TV, but that sounds
Yeah. So she
in
would
science
be,
far-fetched.
she's
Mhm.
getting false negatives because she keep thinking that she's not
Even
pregnant.
false negatives. Pardon me if I said false positives. Apologize. False
Yes.
negatives.
Now
And she
I've
carried
heard.
the baby to almost 11 months. She was 10 months, 3 weeks, and 2
Mhm.
days or something like that. That's 11 months pregnant. Okay.
Like an elephant.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of women, you know, being pregnant and not knowing. I've heard of this happening. I don't know how common it is or how uncommon it is, but it is a possibility. So I'm just say that it's a possibility. Now, the length of the pregnancy, like you said, she over pregnant. She almost ran into 11 months. But we got to think, keep in mind, the lady was on PCP. She admitted out of her own mouth that she was on PCP during this time, particularly this day that she was rushed to the hospital. She took PCP for the pain. So,
just a question. Like I said, I'm not an expert. Break it down. If y'all got any info, more information in the comments, please leave it down. But it just sounds far-fetched to the average ear. That's all. Let us continue.
Okay. I'm not trying to make you emotional. I just want to make sure I understand because I'm
Oh no, I'm gonna tell the truth.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't it's hard for me to believe. Let me say this. It's hard for me to believe that someone can be pregnant with twins for 10 months and not have any idea that they're pregnant.
No, I couldn't keep no food down. I was already big. I was already thick from the birth control.
So
I didn't gain.
Go to the part where you give birth.
You talk about the twins or my first child?
We're trying to figure out how one of the babies got stolen.
Oh, okay. So once I went to the hospital, they gave me a emergency sonogram. That's when I seen the 2 babies on the monitor. And I looked at the nurse and I said, I thought you guys told me I couldn't have kids. And you guys told me I wasn't pregnant. Y'all kept giving me negative tests. So this is why I keep collapsing. Like, what the hell going on? And then the doctors rushed in the room and say me and my babies weren't going to make it. They had to rush me to labor and delivery and give me an emergency C-section. I began to pull my cell phone out to call my family. I was trying to call my cousin Bronya Hughes. The doctor snatched my phone and she confiscated it. As they wheeled me down the hallway, I then see the photographers. And then I see a celebrity in the hallway. And then I see the doctor injecting.
Who the celebrity
I seen Sandra Bullock. She was there at the hospital the same day I was rushed by ambulance.
Sandra Bullock. We talking about Speed Sandra Bullock.
Man.
Bird Box Sandra Bullock. Blindside Sandra Bullock. Okay.
Man.
I will say this. I do believe that Sandra Bullock was in the hospital. She was at the hospital at that day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that. That's not far-fetched. But everything else, it's a little iffy, ma'am. I don't know. But now when she said that the doctors wheeled her out and you're not gonna make it, you and your baby's not gonna make it. Could it potentially have been an overdose, ma'am?
There'd be a lot of things.
It could have been a lot of things.
I think it's just she's taking it as a nefarious, again, we've heard it, but there's still details. We haven't heard this in a while, and there's other details that came out with other information. But it's just the preponderance of everything, all the events, makes it sound crazy. You know what I mean? So or it gives you a different outlook on what's going on. Her saying that the doctor said you and your babies might make it leads me down the path to another conclusion. You know what I mean? It's just this is a branching story, and I don't know what to believe. We don't know the answers. We weren't there, but we're trying to parse out the fact from the fiction, So let us continue.
Why was she at the hospital? You don't know?
It's no. If you Google it, it's an article. She was there the same day I was there, but it's not saying why she was there.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so the doctor is injecting me with something in my IV, and it was making me woozy in and out, in and out. So once I got in the operating room, they began to cut my stomach open and do the procedure. I kept waking up in and out. So the doctor, Lorraine Gillian, who is dead now, wound up dead after she came to me in 2015 and came clean and told me who she gave my baby to. And she told me to meet her at the hospital because she had something she wanted to give me, which was my ultrasound pictures that was never given to me, and my baby footprints that are missing that was never given to me also. So we talked. I supposed to met her the next day to get the information. She wound up dead in her house. And
So we have a doctor, her doctor that was unalived. Was the doctor unalive in a separate event? Or was she unalive as part of this conspiracy to steal Miracle's baby?
Whoa. I don't know, y'all.
I don't know.
Don't know, man. I don't know.
That's a lot.
That's some long-term planning right there. I'm saying.
And mind you, Miracle didn't even know she was pregnant.
Right. Or let's drop one more layer down the rabbit hole. She said she couldn't have kids, or she was told from
she couldn't have any more.
That she couldn't have any more kids after the one she had when she was 12 years old. So I say that to say, if they're going to have a conspiracy to take a baby, you might not be able to carry babies. Why would they try to, execute on you? Let's say that plan fell through. It would take them another 9 months or a whole another scheme and plot to try to get her another baby, if that's what they were doing. I'm just throwing it out there hypothetically.
Right.
I'm just posing questions. That's all I'm doing.
Back to the PCP angle. If you had, so when you came into the hospital, you had PCP in your blood and the baby's blood. If they were going to take a baby, why would they pick a drugged up baby? Like,
true.
Why?
This is true.
I'm just saying, we asking questions here.
We're posing questions. We're not pointing fingers. We're not calling names. We really posing questions.
Because there's a lot of unanswered questions with this story.
Definitely.
So maybe it was an easy target. Okay, well, she drugged up. She's a drug addict or whatever. I don't know if she is, but I'm just saying maybe this is their line of thinking. And she wouldn't miss the baby, or the baby's better off with us. So
she told me the truth, and the other doctor who was injecting me with the legal substance or whatever she was putting in my IV, before Dr. Lorraine Gillian had died, she was telling her, inject me again during the procedure, and the African woman didn't want to inject me again. So she wound up dying the same day. Kendra, all this stuff is going on and it's being overlooked. And I've been fighting for 15 years and my constitutional rights just has been violated. Like, no help. I have pictures. I have the medical records. The medical records not adding up. I had my baby April the 17th in 2008. The medical records are saying June 17th, 2008. Pope Benedict came here to Washington, D.C. at the Ballpark Stadium in Southwest, April the 17th. My ambulance report is also backing me up saying April the 17th. So why is the medical record saying June 17th? That's a 2 months different, right? And then why is Sandra Bullock saying Lewis' real age is 13, when in reality, Lewis is an identical twin brother and his real age is 15 years old. That's a 2-year difference. And then she stole my son out the hospital.
There's a lot of steps to go through for this alleged conspiracy.
The whole government have to be involved in it.
This is a lot. This is elaborate. So we're gonna move. But wait a minute. She said the baby that she had, the birth, well, they're saying that the baby was born in June. So where is this 2-year part coming? Why would Sandra Bullock need to say that the baby's 2 years younger than what he really is?
I don't know why she would need to say that. Okay, let's say they already tried to make the separation from April to June. Maybe it's I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe it is to throw her off. Like maybe she would drop it if I said, "Oh, he's 13," and whatever happened with your baby was 15 years ago. That would
maybe so
create a little disconnect. You know, just a little reasonable doubt or whatever. If her paperwork say that baby was born in 2010 instead of 2008, like that would, you know. But again, who would have to be involved in that? We talking about
doctors, the hospitals,
the government. Like, we going deep. Like we're going very far down. Then we got assassinations and doctors silenced and all that. Like that's
a deep conspiracy.
Crazy.
Like, we know that crazy stuff happens. So we're not completely ruling it out, but we can't say that this definitively happened. So this is all alleged.
Yes.
And we're not alleging that Sandra did anything. We're just asking questions here for clarity.
Yes.
It'll name him Louis Birdo Bullock. If you Google that name, you will see a black basketball player that's from Washington, D.C. with the jersey 22 on.
Wait. So are you saying Sandra Bullock has your son?
Sandra Bullock was there at the hospital, and the boy...
Not Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock.
Okay. Get it right.
Not... See, look, this is a totally different person we're talking about because not Sandra Bullock, Sandra Bullock. Let's clear that. Let's clear that up. She's saying somebody totally different. Saying somebody totally different because Sandra Bullock. Okay, let's continue.
That she has is identical to my son that lives with me. You can look on my page and you will see all the pictures.
Okay, hold on. So Sandra Bullock, the celebrity son, is your biological son?
It's my biological son, and he has an identical twin brother, and they look just alike. You can look on my page.
I'm gonna look up her son right now. So let me ask you this: so she has a biracial child because Sandra Bullock is white, right?
She adopted
biracial.
She adopted a boy named
What
Louis,
would make a kid biracial? Oh God damn it, man!
Kendra.
I knew it was only a matter of time.
Kendra was doing some journalism at first. She was doing a little bit of journalism. I gotta give her that. She was doing a little bit, and it went left. Moving right along.
Let us keep going, man.
Louis is my son. I never got a chance to name Louis, hold him, change a pamper. When he came out, the doctor walked over to the table as if she was going to suction him out, wipe him off. I'm thinking she's going to walk back to me. Instead, she walks out the room with my baby crying. I never got a chance to hold that baby. I tried to get up off the operating table and they pushed me back down and said, "We're not finished with you yet." Then that's when they pulled the other son out my stomach. So Louis was the first baby that came out of me that was stolen.
So I just looked it up. So is this the baby you're saying is your biological child?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the baby.
The biracial baby. Didn't she have a biracial baby?
This is the baby. Is the baby in the picture trying to tell us I've been stolen?
Baby look like he's in distress.
The baby looking like
help.
No, I'm playing. I don't know.
He's a baby.
He's a baby. Yeah, he's a baby.
Some milk or something. Baby, look like a baby.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. You know, I don't know. Just don't know.
Wow. But she said this is her baby, y'all. She's saying that this baby is her baby.
Okay, so if we keep a score, that was the first baby that she birthed. out of a twin pregnancy that she didn't know she had for 11 months. This was the first baby to come out. She said that they went to suction the baby. You know what they do, get all the gunk and soot and all that off the baby. And then they ran out with the baby crying, and they told her, "We're not done with you yet. You can't get up," and all this and all that. So just following along. Let us continue.
Damn. And that's the baby she's saying that is 13 years old and he is really 15. Look on my page. You will see that I put both of their pictures side by side. They identical. They got the same glasses. Oh, and let me tell you something else that's creepy, Kendra. My son goes to school right across the street out front of my door a couple of years ago when he was in elementary school. When I paid for their pictures, my 10-year-old and my 15-year-old, both of the schools is right out front of my door. So if I pay for both of my kids' pictures on the same day, why I never got my oldest boy with the missing twin pictures? How did his pictures wind up in California? Never been to California before. Okay? Now, if you look on my page, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. She gave my son that lives with her the same haircut that my son had, the same outfit, and then mailed it back to me. And they look identical with the same clothes, the same.
Wait a minute.
So now she's trolling you now. Now she's trolling.
Why would she do that? Okay. That doesn't make no type of sense.
Trolling. I don't know, y'all.
I'm with Kendra. How Kendra looking is how I feel. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. I told y'all this trauma dump was a lot.
True. But if we go back to the beginning, do you want to expand on what happened to your twin? I'm not a therapist, though. So whatever you get, when you open that door and everything falls on you, then you can't say, you want to be. You asked her about this. So don't all that looking and funny faces. You can save that. Just present the guest and keep going. But in this case, I'm kind of glad you didn't. This is good. But anyway, let us continue.
Same glasses and the same outfit and the same sweater. Just like my house get broken into several times. All his information missing. His medical records missing, birth certificate missing, social security card missing. Why not steal all of our stuff? Why the one with the missing twin? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Why would they just break in and steal his stuff? Why? I'm not with this. I'm not getting this conspiracy. This seemed like too much of a conspiracy for me.
Well, moreover, let's say, I'm not going, man, let's just keep it honest. If they could do all of that, it would take for them to pull this off, not for nothing, why wouldn't they just knock her off? Like, I mean, they knocked off everybody else and left you alive, and you the one that got the story to tell. Why wouldn't they just, if they got all the power, I'm not saying we know who got the power, but if they're using it for that, why wouldn't they just?
I mean, you're the only one left alive to challenge them. So
why wouldn't they do that?
I don't want them to do that, but why? No. We're asking the question.
Just why? Like, we're gonna leave everybody else. We're gonna knock down everybody else and leave you standing. Why? Like, I don't understand. If they got, again, go back and retrace the steps of what it would take. What she's saying is going on. I mean, wouldn't it just be easier to just get rid of the one that could tell the tale? They wouldn't have to off any doctors or anything like that. I don't know. These are, mind you, I'm saying it again, we just posing questions here. I know nothing about this. Just posing questions.
I've been going through hell. I've been going through hell and hot water. I have an autistic child that needs catering to 24/7. And that's a handful all by itself. So me having to fight this celebrity and then being denied and then writing civil cases against her, the police department, MedStar Washington Hospital Center. I've been fighting them for 15 bumbleclaw years, and I get court dates, and then it took me through hell to serve her. I served her papers. Orders to go to court, I have to serve her. I served her by mail several times, and she has signed off and sent it back to me. I have tons of documents that me sent to her, and her lawyer called back and started mailing me letters telling me that they wanted it sealed to the public. My court date was supposed to have been August the 18th, a day after my granddaughter's birthday. It was August the 18th. Sandra Bullock supposed to came. Then they called back and made the court hearing over the phone. Then it didn't even reach to over the phone because she paid the judge to close the case. Why close the case if I attach all this evidence, the ambulance report? Kendra, why would they not give me my DNA test? Sandra Bullock even said it on Red Table Talk on Jada Pinkett Show. She wrote Lewis a letter. She said she know her time coming. She wrote Lewis a letter explaining to him about his adoption. She's scared. She don't know how to give it to him. That's why she took time off of the movies.
That doesn't sound too far-fetched. Like she adopted him, and maybe she's saying that she would have to explain how she adopted him and things like that.
Baby, she gotta tell him something.
Right. I don't know. That didn't really sound like to me like it was nefarious. Like, I mean, you could put stuff in.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You could
in the letter, there was a confession.
Yeah, you could put some stuff like you could tell the narrative a certain way, and yeah, the way she said it, that sound like what she was. That sound like she got to tell him about how she stole my baby.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Was that what she's saying? I didn't see the Red Table Talk with her.
I didn't see it either.
I didn't see that, so I don't know. Maybe that's how she just took it. I don't know.
To be with her kids. That's what she said. To take time to be with her kids, because she know I'm coming for her.
This is a lot. Now, let me just jump in real quick. Now, I do have a background in journalism, and I do.
I wish I had my other phone. I'm sorry, but I gave my other phone to my oldest son because he be catching the bus back and forth.
Let me jump in. I'm a journalist at heart, but this show in its entirety is about a dating show, right? So
I know
you gave a lot of information. I did ask what happened to the twin that got stolen. So I was not expecting the full entire story of this as a realization. So before we go back into the purpose of the show, where do you stand now with, and I have to use the word alleged because I can't confirm what you're saying. So allegedly, Sandra Bullock, the mega celebrity, is her adopted son, her biological son, that was stolen from you at the hospital without your consent. That is the story you're telling us, correct?
Correct. And he's also separated from his identical twin brother. You guys could look on my Instagram, my Facebook, TikTok didn't ban me twice, but you can still Google my name and all my videos will pop up.
So where do you stand now? The case is closed?
The case is closed and I can reopen it, but I just don't have a lawyer to get my foot in the door to get my DNA test. Hey, I have rights. I should be able to see my son. I should be able to do all that. I shouldn't have to be here stressing, hurt, depressed, lonely, sad.
Wait a minute. How do you have rights? What would give you rights? Okay, let's say they stole your baby. Let's say what she said, they stole your baby. Then you have no right. That's a pilfered baby. To have rights would imply that you made some kind of deal. That's what I'm thinking. She might have said that wrong, or maybe I'm taking what she said wrong. You have rights as a parent when you have, I wouldn't say ownership, when you have parental rights over your child. In child support cases or custody, then you have certain rights. So there had to be some kind of deal made for you to get these rights. You talking about your rights as a mother. That means he's all the way yours. You talking about like some kind of visitation or something. I don't know.
Yeah. The way the crazy thing is, and I know a lot of fathers experience this, even though a child is biologically yours, does not mean that you have legal rights to them.
This is true.
So that I don't know how it works with mothers and whatnot, but so we have to talk about what is her parental rights. First of all, you have to prove that you are biologically his mother. And to even bring about a case like that, you have to have some type of standing, not standing, legal cause to bring you can't just say so and so did this to me. Where's the evidence, ma'am?
Right.
Present the evidence. I know you need a lawyer and you got that situation and whatever. So whenever you get a lawyer, you got to have your evidence showing that I have right to believe that this is my child. I want a DNA test. But she's saying that Sandra Bullock she did bring a case like that. Sandra Bullock paid the judge off and the judge closed the case.
Right.
Here's the thing. Did Sandra Bullock pay to close the case? Or did you not have enough evidence and the case just got thrown out?
It's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing there. You didn't present enough evidence for them to pursue.
Right. You may have had enough to start the case, to file, the legal proceedings, but then maybe the case just got thrown out because you didn't have enough. We're not just going to test this boy. We don't have no reason to believe that you're his mother.
Yeah.
And who's to say? Because I heard that I'm not sure how true this is, but they said that the baby is Sandra Bullock's mentee's child. So who's to say that Sandra Bullock didn't already have the baby tested against that lady? I can show y'all.
All that is sealed already. Like she already closed that up.
I can show you who his biological mother. Maybe she already presented that evidence to the judge
on her end. Yeah,
you're right.
So there's nothing. They wouldn't present it directly to her. It would be presented to the counsel or to the judge, and there's nothing else there.
Exactly. And so, but she's just so fixated on this, whatever's going on here. And maybe she's not hearing what the judge said. They're gonna tell you a reason why the case was thrown out.
They're the conspiracy. She's so fixated on the conspiracy that she wouldn't take why they threw it out for that. It's got to be something else. Oh, she paid her off, or she did this, something like that. Yeah, I got you. Let us continue.
Just taking care of my kids with no helping hand, just me. And they have been trying to kill me, Kendra. And let me just say that too. They have been trying to kill me for all these years because they don't want me to get the truth out there. They have before I had my teen in 2013, I had my youngest son, and I was taking my oldest son, who has asthma, to his appointment at Children's, and a transportation van through my kids' insurance have crashed me twice, less than 5 minutes, and left my body messed up to where my body is in and out, and I have serious back and body issues. Now, if they place metal inside my body, and I had an appointment just for them to see was the metal still in place, why would they put me in an MRI? I'm not supposed to be near an MRI with metal in my body. So now they put me in an MRI and try to kill me to stop me from writing my second book. And now when they put me in a...
So the bus not crashing wasn't them trying to off you? Them putting you in an MRI was them trying to off you? No. Okay.
If they wanted you gone, you'd be out of there. I'm sorry.
Well, that answered your question from earlier. She's saying they did try to offer.
No, but you Steven Seagal now? You just hard to kill? They would have took you out.
She got plot armor, apparently.
Apparently. Like, if they wanted you, if the government wanted you gone, since you be gone. Like, I don't know, man. Look.
I don't know. No. This is wild. This is wild.
MRI, it snatched all the metal out of place and it's pushing directly on my spinal cord through my main nerve system.
Let me ask you this question, okay? Because we do gotta go. So After you gave birth, going back to when you gave birth, you said that same day you found out you were pregnant with twins. So after you gave birth, they only gave you one child.
I called 911. I seen the police come to the hospital. The doctors refused to let the police talk to me. They tried to tell the police it was the anesthesia that was making me crazy and hallucinating. Then they brung up, you know, when you in foster care, you go through a lot. So they brought.
It wasn't the anesthesia now. It was that PCP. PCP causes you to hallucinate.
The angel dust from Primos, that wet.
So that's probably what they told the police. She's high right now. I'm just saying.
Lord have mercy. This is a lot.
Hung up and put on my medical records about my murders and all this and that. This stuff happened when I was a little girl. So why would you put
murders
medical papers? You're not supposed to do that.
Y'all caught that? Her murders? Her murders. Plural.
Kendra, you ain't catch that?
Kendra ain't catch it. Let us continue on because we about to head into a part 2.
Okay.
So they're trying to make it seem like I'm crazy when in reality I'm not. I know what I seen. Both boys looking like. I know you're a busy woman, Kendra, but if you get a chance, look at my page and you will see the pictures. You will see all the evidence on all my pages on here.
Okay. Let me ask you this though. So now you know I host a dating show. Do you think you're in a position to start dating someone?
I mean, you can't just automatically jump into a relationship, but I am looking.
Hell no.
You know, talk.
That's the answer.
Try to date. I've been single for so long, but I just be in the house and sometimes it get lonely.
I would just say, she said sometimes it get lonely. Anyways, I would just say if my child was stolen, I don't got time to date. I don't got time. I wouldn't stop until I brought my child back home. I'm just saying. Man. F messing with. I ain't got time to date.
None of that.
Just saying. That's just me personally.
Well, she had 2 more kids since then.
Right. You wasn't that
down bad about it. You know.
You went on. You went on.
Stop giving up that crazy cat. I don't know.
You went on. You know, so she's gonna talk about the type of man she's looking for. And you know what? It really don't matter. It don't. So we're gonna be back in part 2 with the rest of her story. Yeah, there's more.
There's
more.
So
meet us in part 2.